Take your time.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Lam. Here are my colleagues, Kitty, Kaden, and Magnus. It is a great honor to be here presenting our proposal. I would like to start our presentation with a story. In 2010, Xiaomi was founded as a small smartphone company. Within a 3-year span, it jumped from an unknown player to a big, largest smartphone company in China. And we believe that kitchen bags can be the next Xiaomi in the kitchen appliance industry by foregoing their way in consumer market, and we will list our action plan to do that. Since its founding, Kitchen Best has increased its size of operations significantly through close relationship with clients and suppliers. With the vision of CEO Henry Chen, Kitchen Best is now targeting to double its revenue over the next 4 years, rising the reputation among the supplier, also expanding the international market. However, we think that there are areas we can enhance for the preparation of the expansion. My team and I will give some action plans, and they will be explained in the next section. Kitty will start by sharing the current situation of Kitchen Best. Magnus and Kaden will give some useful suggestions. Later, they will explain more about the implementation of R&D development, the new sales teams, the new company credit card system, and the reverse auction process. Now I'll pass the time to Kitty to talk about the current situation.
Thank you, Casey. Now I'll move on to talk about the current situation of Kitchen Best. According to Mr. Henry Chen, Kitchen Best sets the goal of doubling the revenue over 4 years, but we see it not running smoothly right now. The company should maintain the strong bonds with the current suppliers and the customers, and to try to expand the client network further so that we can reach this target. Now I'll move on to talk about the 3 methods we noticed about the company expansion of Kitchen Best. And the first matter is that we know that there are several exchanges of interest for personal benefits in the company. And we notice it might be a widespread practice here, but as we hope to further push the company into the global market and maybe get into the stock market, we think it would be better if you can be more careful while we try to make the decision on the use of company assets. And we hope to gain public trust so that they will have the confidence to invest in us, and we will have more funding to expand our company size. Second, it is quite a traditional culture that we tend to ask our relatives to help with our business, as we have trust in them. However, even if they are trustworthy to us, it does not mean that they are suitable for handling some tasks for us. Of course, we should find someone we trust, but we should also think whether they are beneficial to the company. If they are, it will be much more easier for the company to grow its size. Third, if we hope to grow the company to an international size, we should prioritize the product quality control as it determines the possibility of our future connection with our customers. And going back to the previous matter, if we only find those who are close to us to be our suppliers without thinking about their suitability, it may result in we will have some under-average products. So we may lose our customers due to the loss of trust. We should always remember that the company's reputation directly links to its future development, and the trust between our customers and us will be the most valuable when it comes to daily operation. So to conclude, the 3 methods we noted are the exchange of interest over personal benefits, the tendency of asking our relatives to help without thinking about their suitability, and the leniency on the product quality control and the selection of suppliers. Now I'll pass the time to Kaden for the recommendation part. Thank you.
So thank you, Kitty. So currently, Kitchen Best expansion in the global market is slower than our expectations. The reasons are multiple: a lack of brand awareness, the quality of the product is not up to standard, and most importantly, not an efficient method of building a relationship with potential partners. These issues need immediate attention and action from you. As a company that provides service, a content focus on product development and partnership is essential to remain competitive in the market. Addressing these points, our team has conducted a series of initiatives that could be implemented immediately upon the approval from the Kitchen Best Board. First, establishing new business division for research and development. The R&D department will focus on developing new products and improving existing products based on the customer's feedback. Moreover, it will ensure product quality and accuracy, opening more opportunities for Kitchen Best in the long run by increasing the sales. For example, if the R&D department could develop a better product, it will be easier for Kitchen Best to sell to various restaurants, hotels, and other businesses with an advantage. Second, create a team dedicated to managing global partnerships like China, EU, and SEA. This team will be responsible for acquiring new business partners through an effective sales plan. This was an effective sales plan. Effective sales plan. There will be a training program for this sales representative. The training program will focus on constant the sales method and techniques specific to each region. For example, how to communicate efficiently and how to conduct negotiation under legal regional compliance. This implementation will ensure that all representatives and employees are equipped with necessary skills to equip and succeed in their position. This solution will help Kitchen Best to remain competitive in the changing industry, and also with competitive products, Kitchen Best will be able to foray into global market more easily and rapidly gain access to major regional compliance. For smooth implementation, we propose Kitchen Best to invest 10% of its profit for at least 5 years into global partnership managing team and also R&D department. Now I will pass my time to Magnus for further recommendations.
Thank you, Jaden. So for our third recommendation, we will introduce a reverse auction process. So this reverse auction process will reduce the reliance on personal connection on the supplier selection process that KB has now. So the process is done by 3 steps. First is request for proposal. Second is the selection process, and third is the cooperation. Throughout the selection process, we will analyze the participant based on their past performance and also their current offering. It also includes price and quality. And the selection process, then we will pick the winner from that according to which supplier who have the highest score in all of the criteria. And later, to calculate the continuation of the contract, we will then assess them again based on 3 evaluation indicators that are product quality, timeliness, and responsiveness. They all have to meet a certain baseline of criteria and then be ranked based on first, second, and third tier supplier. And for KB to maintain its relationship with the first tier supplier, then would create a competitive edge for the company, while the whole process would create a transparency taken into place in Kitchen Best. And for our last recommendation, we will introduce a company credit card system to effectively better manage the entertainment expense. This doesn't mean we will restrict the necessary allowance that all of you have to bear in meeting with the clients, but rather encourage the more productive use of the right resources to create an even better revenue for the company and eventually yourself. So with this company credit card, there will be a 500 compound other flexible spending that does not need a request for reimbursement. This comes as the benefit of the company credit card, or they give us the adequate information that has a fee. As you might realize that 500 compound dollars might not be enough to satisfy our location. We know. And in this case, we provide targeted spending cap depending on the partner's value and the condition. Spending that are above the cap and spending that are done internationally would then subject to the approval from the global partnership team earlier, because different regions
might have to make an integration. So we believe with the introduction of this company credit card, it will create a more predictable expense while decreasing the instability in kitchen best. Now I'll return the time to Bosco to talk about the conclusion.
Thank you, Magnus. After hearing this recommendation, I believe now you have more confidence to achieve the goal entering the international market. Now I'll move on to the part implementation phase. In the first year, we will offer training programs to our sales representatives. And at the same time, R&D development will take place as these two things take time to develop. Then, the company credit card system will be set up for the client's meeting. After the sales representatives are well trained, we will set up a sales team to manage the partnership. And in the second year, the reverse auction process will replace the connection process. With these measures, we believe that it can definitely help Kitchen Best to build an effective control internal mechanism, and also preparing for the expansion in international market as well as doubling the revenue. It is hoped that it can create a room for investment for Kitchen Best, and we hope to see some positive improvement in our near future. Now we will move on to the Q&A section. Any questions?
First of all, very good presentation. And can I ask why you set your limits of the credit card to $500? Oh, okay. So, great question. Thank you for your question. So, the reason why we want to create a limit of $500 because we want to really strike a balance between giving you the flexibility to really spend, while also ensuring that this $500 is enough for you to spend in the usual conduct of buying meetings. Based on our previous analysis with another company, and also taking into account Kitchen Best resources, capabilities, and also goals, we set $500 to be enough to be the limit for the credit card spending. But we know your concern, and we do also realize that there must be an occasion that $500 is not enough. And then if that's the case, then we can still submit a request of reimbursement like the usual. And that's why if it's above the cap that we mentioned earlier, it needs to go through the advisory team that is the global partnership team. But overall, we don't really limit your spending this more than 500. Just give you the flexibility for the choice if it's still that. Hopefully it answers the question. Thank you. Any other question? Yeah. Have you considered any potential risks about your
implementation?
Awesome.
Okay, thank you for your question, and we understand that will be a concern for you to maybe there will be some risk happening, and we want to say, well, we cannot avoid having no like absolute no risk while we trying to do some business at. But we will use our mechanism to try to lower the risk as much as possible. And the risk might be using some potential partners while we do the research and development process, because we may face some new products and we are not really experienced, and we may have to get in touch with it to be more experienced and to avoid more risk in the future. And we think that with our research and development implementation, so we may be possible to expand the client network further. So I think, well, we think it will be worthwhile for us to take this risk. Thank you. Hope that can answer the question.
Any other questions? Yes.
Thank you for your presentation, and I wanna ask if we implement your recommendation, who will it take if fail? Who will it take responsibility if it fails?
Yeah, I can answer that question. So thank you for your question. However, it's very hard to predict what will happen after the implementation. So we cannot promise that who will take the responsibility. However, what we can do is we can set up a KPI to measure each success of the initiative. And if the program fails or if needed, we can reevaluate or we can also look for alternatives for that initiative. But I think it's better to try different initiatives if needed. Thank you.
Okay. Due to the time limitation, if you have any other question, you can email us or you can find us after this session. And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.